Am I the asshole for giving my so the silent treatment after she got rid of my cat? I 24 male absolutely adore cats. I mean I love them more than anything, but my so Sophia 21 female hates cats. We have twins together. I had a cat when we started dating, but I put him down a month after we moved in together due to multiple health issues. If my cat was young and healthy, she wouldn't have wanted to stay with me, but he was old and unhealthy, so she had no problem with it. Sophia has a 2-year-old small dog, Ollie Dachshund. The dog moved in with us a month after my cat passed due to her dog being really uncomfortable around cats. Recently I've really wanted another cat, but Sophia would always refuse me. I got tired of it yesterday because it's unfair how she has a pet but I can get one. So yesterday I brought home a 3-year-old cat. The cat was chill, but Ollie had a huge overreaction and hid. When I would try to get him out of hiding and to loosen up, he would snap and start barking. Ollie came out of hiding when Sophia got home and she unleashed hell on me. She told me the bastard cat had to be gone tomorrow or else she was getting rid of it herself. I didn't believe her, and today when I came home all of the cat's things and cat were gone. I was upset and asked her what she did with my cat. She said she returned it to the shelter. I yelled that returning it to a shelter was stressing it out. She said she didn't give a fuck and that it wouldn't have happened had I not got the cat in the first place. She ended it off with the fact that this home was Ollie's home, not whatever cat I bring in. I've since stopped talking to her and she said I'm petty. Info: why did you decide to pursue a relationship with someone who hates cats? If having a pet cat was extremely important to you. You're not compatible and you're making each other miserable because you have different expectations for what living together should look like. And it's not going to improve because you both think that your own desires matter so much more than the other person's that you can make major unilateral decisions. It wouldn't be so bad if it was a disagreement over furniture. But you're both making innocent animals lives worse. If cats were a deal breaker, then consider the deal broken on both sides. You guys are a bad couple. Did you all miss that they have twins together? So it isn't just a question of breaking up with the so or asking her to leave with her dog. They have to co-parent together, and this is how he communicates and how she responds. This relationship isn't going to work out with her. You're the asshole. Pets fall into the 2 yes, 1 no category. She said no and you went behind her back. You're the asshole. You knew she hated cats and has a dog that doesn't like cats. For some reason you still thought it was a bright idea to bring a cat home without asking, knowing she was going to hate it. Now you're surprised she took it to a shelter. What did you think would happen? Why did you continue a relationship with her if you knew she hated cats and you love them? Did you think you could change her mind? Look, I love cats. I have cats myself. But your partner clearly stated that she did not want a cat. You clearly knew what you were doing going behind her back. You are the reason the cat got sent back to the shelter. If you actually cared about the cat's well-being, you wouldn't have put it through that. You only cared that it was unfair you don't have a pet. If you really want a cat, consider living separately from your so. You're the asshole in this situation. You're the asshole for 1. Getting a pet without consent from your partner. 2. Intentionally buying a pet that you know your partner doesn't like. 3. Introducing that pet to your partner's dog, which you know doesn't react well to cats. 4. giving your partner the silent treatment and refusing to communicate to come to a compromise. You are a terrible communicator and an inconsiderate partner. And it will continue to chip away at your relationship if you don't step up. You're seriously asking if you're an asshole. You bring home a cat without SOS okay. You know her dog doesn't like cats. It's unfair she has a pet but you don't. You 5. Now you're having a tantrum by giving her the silent treatment. Grow up, you're the asshole. You two are not compatible. You're the asshole. If cats were a deal breaker for winter, if you getting a cat violated that agreement. You chose to be with a woman who does not want cats. She was upfront honest. You sound petty. She has a pet. What? You thought, I'll get a cat, she won't really do anything. You found out. Also, did you ever stop to think about why she kept her dog somewhere else while your cat was alive? Perhaps the dog had horrible life experiences with cats. You need to stop being petty and realize how to have adult conversations. You're the asshole. She hates cats. So you just randomly bring one home to, I guess, bully her into accepting a cat. Absolutely wrong to use a shelter animal just to have a pissing contest with your wife. Not to mention, it seems there was zero thought into how the animals would be introduced to each other. So extra tar for a complete lack of regard for how this would affect the animals involved. You're the asshole. You knew that she was against it, but did it anyway. What makes her giving the cat back without your consent not okay? When you chose to get one without her consent. If it is your shared home, you have to make shared decisions. There's ways to go about this that could have worked out better for you. Like hiring a pet trainer to see about exposing Ollie to cats to see if the fear can be overcome. Then you would have a stronger, not guaranteed case to get a cat. Pets should not be bought or removed from the house on a whim. It should be discussed with all members of the household, in this case Sophia, and then later with you. Obviously, the consequences are now on everybody. The poor cat will be stressed and your relationship will be strained. It sounds like whatever Sophia says goes. Especially by the last part of the post. Which sounds frustrating to deal with. You're the asshole. Do not ever get a house pet without the full consent of everyone in the house. She said no and you did it anyway. Knowing full well how upsetting it would be for her. If you and her stay together. That means no cats. Deal with it or break up. But violating her boundaries is not a good move. It sounds like there was an agreement that she would wait to bring her dog with the understanding. Your cat was in poor health. She waited so her dog would have a good home situation where it wasn't constantly stressed. Then you decided without getting agreement from the person you live with to get a cat. You're the asshole. Pets who are adopted into homes where one person doesn't want it are more likely to be rehomed. Even your partner aside. Do you have so little regard for animals you'd bring a cat in a home where both pets would be very stressed and one of the humans didn't want it? You're the asshole. She wasn't perfect about the situation. But surely you can live without picking up a random 3-year cat that you brought home on a whim. BC. You're annoyed she doesn't want a cat in the house. You're the asshole. If you get to make a unilateral decision to get a cat, she gets to make a unilateral decision to get rid of it. And at least she gave you a heads up. Why in the fuck are people like you breeding? Kind of scary that you two have children together. You two should have never dated. I mean, if you're living with someone, I feel like y'all both have to agree on what pets you want in the house. I don't know why you went out and got a cat knowing she ain't like em. You're the asshole.